My life is an eclectic mess, and I love having random things that I immerse myself in. Hi, my name is Brandy. Some of my accomplishments include wife, mom, friend, honey lady, entrepreneur, and farm girl. Follow along with me as I discover other things I am passionate about. The first on my list is achieving my private pilot's license. Why? Because why not? My favorite thing in life is proving to myself that I'm a badass. Plus, my husband is a pilot, and we have already managed to take the air coast to coast. In my vlogs, you'll see the journey to discovering more, parts of my real life, and places we travel to. So hit that subscribe button now, and don't forget to like my videos. Wow! Did you watch last week's vlog? We took a scenic trip down to Ronan, and we flew over the Flathead Lake, we went over Wild Horse Island, and all these landmarks were kind of points of reference for me so I can get back down there if I didn't have ForeFlight, right? So you can have these landmarks that you see and you fly to and you get to where you need to be. Kind of part of the flight planning process, right? So that was last week. So if you haven't had a chance, go check it out. It was beautiful. This week, we're practicing simulated engine failures in the air. So if the engine were to fail, what steps do we do to prevent dying, right? We want to survive this. So how are we going to land this plane safely? And then we have a thing at the end where we're coming into the airport and another pilot calls in after us, and it sounds like they're similar distance from the airport. We're going to enter the pattern at the same time. So are we going to yield, or who's going to yield? Like, who should yield?
Abort plan ready.
Yeah, so the abort plan can be, we're going to do a southbound departure, and we're going to take off straight ahead. If we have an engine failure before 1,000 feet, we're going to land straight ahead in a 30-degree sector. If we have an engine failure above 1,000 feet, we turn around and land at the airport.
Turn around, and do we all come all the way back up here, or turn around and go?
We just turn around and just go right back to the airport and land.
All right, so under 1,000, we're going to land straight out in a 30-degree.
Yeah.
And then above 1,000, we're going to turn around and immediately land.
Correct.
Okay.
Good.
I think we're ready, but this is... It's because the bows.
He doesn't like it.
I don't think so. Okay, so we're ready to go. We're going to go 13.
Southbound departure.
Southbound.
Yep.
Okay. Kalispell City, Cessna 734 Sierra Whiskey, taking runway 13 for a southbound departure. Kalispell City.
Good radio.
I feel a little better today on that one.
Yeah.
We'll see how the rest.
Very nice.
All right, so I don't see anybody.
No, we're looking good.
Okay.
Now you're going to slowly lift up your nose. Until you hear that stall horn, and then you feel the buffering. We have stall. There's the nose, dip, full power. Full power in. And carburetor heat in. Wait for the speed to come up there. When the speed is up and you started to get a positive rate of climb, then you will take in the flaps. And there you go. And we're back, coming back up to altitude again. Oh, you can do that, that's fine. As long as you're over 45, you're good.
Okay, so we're at 5.
Okay, so bank all the way to 45.
Hold the nose up a little bit.
And then you hold the nose up. Then you keep the nose there. The whole turn.
Going down
there.
a little bit.
Oh, so keep a little bit more pressure. There you go, just time. There you go. Better. Yep, that's good. Nice, very nice. Good job. Whew. It was just at the end there when you went out that you lost a little bit, but you did a really good job. I think you're feeling it now more, when you feel that the pressure when you go down a little bit.
I just don't want to grab a truck anymore.
All right, so now I pretend I'm just gonna put this back in first. There we go, and there we go. We're just gonna engine failure. The first thing, A is for airspeed, 65 knots. So trim out the airspeed for 65. And then we're gonna look for B, which is best field. So you pick a field that looks good.
That one's close right there. There's that one that looks like a finger.
All right. And we have 65, we have this. Now we're gonna see if we can identify the problem. We're checking our fuel tanks and make sure we have fuel, so we didn't run out of fuel. We're checking a mixture. We're pulling out a carburetor in case we have a carburetor fuel. And we're checking our primer, make sure it's locked, and then we pretend we're restarting the engine. It doesn't start. Now we have an engine failure emergency. We can do a mayday here on 122.9, and then we can put in emergency frequency 121.5 and say mayday, 7700, and then we keep flying the airplane. And then look at our feed. We have 4,500 to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so we're about 1,500 feet left, so we still have some altitude, and we're looking at really good on speed. And if we have time in this situation, we can always bring up the checklist to make sure that we didn't miss anything. And if you have passenger, you will inform them that when we're going to land on this field, we're going to open up the door so we can get out of the plane quickly. And the last thing we're going to do before we put it down to, we're going to close all the fuel, pull the mixture out, and turn off the magnetos to make sure we don't start a fire. And then we start turning, so now we have 1,000 feet to go. Looking really good with our feet. And in this situation here, you know, if we are really close to the field, we might have to take off flaps. If we have a little bit more to go, then you don't take off flaps. If you take off flaps, you never bring it back up.
Right.
Because you're going to lose more altitude than that, so that's not a good idea.
I failed on picking that thing turning.
And if you see a field, and you pick the field, and then you see there's like something, or what, you can always change your field. As long as, you know, you see something better that's safer, go ahead and change.
Currently,
all right, 500 feet now, we have a field. We'll definitely be going to be able to land there, so that's really good. Now you can pull the carburetor heat in, and full power, and climb back to 4,000. Good job.
Tops are up. Woo. Goes down a little bit.
Oh yeah, climb with 7 and up.
Kalispell City, Cessna 734, Sierra Whiskey, 4 miles out, landing 13, Kalispell City. Oh, I should have said entering downwind.
Yeah, entering a downwind for 13, yeah.
Okay.
Kalispell City, Outtro 881, about 5 miles to the southeast. We'll be entering on a 45 for 13, Kalispell City.
So they're about where we are.
Yeah, they are.
So
So we are right over the river here right now, about 3 miles south, coming in for a 45 for 13 as well. So we keep a look on you. We don't see you right now, but we keep looking.
Okay, Outtro 881. I'm just coming up on the river here as well, and I'm at 4,000 right now.
level with us.
Yep.
Run and track.
Okay. So we're just gonna do a 360 here, and we're gonna give you a head so you can go in front of us, and then we come in behind you. So just do a 360.
Okay. Yeah, Outtro 881 under that. Looking.
No, we're looking too.
Yeah. We are right to the east of the river right now, doing a 360.
Okay, you're in sight. I'm at about your 7 o'clock.
Cover that. Yeah, so they don't have ADSB, so either here's an yeah, you know, most of the Cubs and stuff don't have ADSB, so you don't see it.
Kalispell City traffic, Outtro 881, on 45 for 13, Kalispell City, see if that can go.
we were technically closer than him, you know.
Right.
But
He's not a trainer plane.
so yeah, and you know, if he's not offering, I'm just like, you know, we're just gonna do it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I maintained altitude
Yeah.
during my turn.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing great. Good training this kid. Right up good there. Good job. Close into the runway here. Start pulling up the nose a little bit here. Down a little bit more. Look in the back. There you go. Look in the back. There. A little bit forward. Good job. That was nice.
Bouncy, but I felt more comfortable.
Yeah, that was very, very good.
The other ones.
Very nice.
I felt like that glided a little.
We came a little bit steep, which you did a really good because it's harder. When you're coming in steep, it's harder to get into that, you know, without ballooning, and you didn't do that. So that was awesome.
I didn't.
Yeah. So let's get off here and go and do it. That's a very, very good job. Just make sure on the base, you know, but you want to make sure you are descending, so you don't have to do such a steep approach.
Right.
Okay.
I just did another flight lesson, and tonight it was from 5 to 7. We stayed close, did a bunch of maneuvers in the air, stalls for, you know, we practiced pretending to land in the air, and so we did stalls for coming in to land, and the same for takeoff stalls, because you don't want to practice those when you're actually taking off and you're landing. So we practice in the air high enough that we don't cause issues for anything on the ground. And we practiced going around a point. So left is always easier just because you have the line of sight right there. And right, it's a little more trickier, but once you get the hang of where to look, because sometimes you have a passenger that's right there in that line of sight. So just pick a different point on the plane is what I found. Also, I have been getting better at learning to pick a spot on the ground for a point of reference. So when they tell you find something on the ground so you can do your circle around it, sometimes I would find something fast and it's not obviously the best point to pick. So I have found that taking time to pick the best point, like tonight I found a crossroad. So that's an easy thing you can see in the air, plus it cuts it in 4, so it's easier to take a quarter section at a time and work that way. But I found when I was taking a quarter section at a time, when I crossed over the road, then I would decide if I should turn or not. And depending on where the wind is, it didn't work. I had to turn before the road. Today I was able to come in and land here in Kalispell, and I came in a bit high, and you can see that, and so I had to correct that. I did not do what Travis does. Travis will usually slip his cub so it could slip and drop fast, but I was able to compensate for coming in too high. But by the end, I was able to get in there and come in. I got some points of reference. I have to learn to breathe though. I get concentrating so much on landing that I forget to breathe, and then I'll breathe as soon as we get on the ground.
On next week's lesson, it is going to be under the hood. No, I'm not talking about going under the hood of an engine. I'm talking about foggles. and I'm sure you don't know what foggles are, but they're these safety glasses you wear that obstruct your view so you cannot see outside of your airplane and you can only fly by instrument flying.